Thank you for tuning in to TalkWad.com, the world's fastest growing internet radio network. Please check out all the other great shows on www.talkwad.com.
What if your customers are trying to find your business online, but instead of finding you, they find your competitors? Now, more than ever, it's time to make sure you have the right SEO to make your business stand out online. Welcome to Go Mind Your Business with Terry Bork, presented by Extreme Marketing Concepts, putting your business in front of the hungry herd of buyers who are looking for you right now. Extreme Marketing Concepts, helping you drive more traffic, dominate the market, and crush your competition. And now, here's Terry.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Go Mind Your Business. My name is Terry Bork with Extreme Marketing Concepts, and we're advertising to you today here at the All Your Business radio show down here at the TalkWad Network. My amazing guest today is Ken Jordan with Accent American Cleaning. Welcome to our program today, Ken.
Hey, how you doing, Terry?
I'm doing okay. Thanks so much for joining us today.
All right.
Ken is going to get us through some cleaning and disaster restoration questions that we might have, and kind of explain what all the big letters mean and how we can help us in the event of a disaster or just a regular cleanup in our homes for whatever reason. But before we get to that first, allow me to share with our audience a little bit more about Accent American and yourself.
All right, let's see what my wife told you.
Okay, let's see. I'm sure she's got it all down real good.
Oh, I hope so.
Okay. Ken Jordan, my guest today, is the owner of Accent American Cleaning and Disaster Restoration Incorporated. Accent American is a family-owned and operated business and has been serving the Tampa Bay and the surrounding area since 1985. Their company is CRI Green Label certified at the platinum level. They have earned the Angie's List Super Service Award every year since 2003, and no complaints have been filed with the Better Business Bureau in 28 years. Ken is an IICRC certified master cleaner and master restorer, as well as being an expert witness and a non-practicing senior carpet inspector. Ken has also been called on as an expert by several news organizations, including Fox 13 News in Tampa. Did she get it right?
Yes, she did.
All right. Great. And then when you call to schedule your appointment, Lisa Jordan will be happy to answer any questions that you might have, or any of the other folks over there at Accent American Cleaning and Disaster Restoration. If you have questions about anything that we talk about today, you can give them a call at 813-621-6015. And they've got a great website as well that will answer a ton of your questions. You can find that at accentamerican.com. Yep, accentamerican.com. So again, Ken, welcome to our program today.
You.
Yeah, lots of big words.
Yeah, the highfalutin words. I'll try to keep it down.
So IICRC, what is that?
It stands for the Institute of Inspection, Cleaning, and Restoration Certification. Internationally, they're the only certification body that's recognized in this industry.
Okay, great. And CRI?
That's the Carpet and Rug Institute. They basically test vacuums, chemicals, cleaning methods. They're third party to prove what's valid. A lot of second party, someone will say my equipment is really good or whatever.
Sure.
You need third party validation.
I got that. Okay. So a lot of these organizations, is it IICRC? Is that how you say it properly?
Yeah, just it's easier that way.
Okay, IICRC and the CRI, they have a green label program. What is that about?
What happened is we needed years ago the carpet mills were getting blamed and replacing a lot of carpets too early, and everybody blamed it on wear. What they found out, they needed to test the carpets, and it turned out to be a cleaning issue and a maintenance issue. So they conducted a third-party testing to determine what cleaning methods really worked, dry cleaning, hot water extraction, what vacuums really worked, and what chemicals really worked, and it took them 8 years.
Oh, my goodness, okay.
What they found out was, and they developed a program to rate companies and equipment. To be Green Label certified at what they call the gold standard, it's the minimum you must be to clean a carpet for warranty, and you got to remove at least 80% of the soil.
Sure.
They do have a platinum rating, which is about 94%, which we are rated at. And they actually tested the type of cleaning methods. What we found out, and what most people don't realize, carpet dry cleaning failed every test. But carpet dry cleaning was never intended to clean. As part of the IICRC S100 standard, it's designed for commercial carpet, not residential.
Okay.
It basically doesn't remove soil, sand, or dirt. Carpet cleaning, it's not about spots or making it look clean in terms of health. Now, in the commercial industry, they don't care if you spin the dirt around. It's got to look clean for a little while, okay? But in the commercial industry, basically for every dry cleanings or interim cleanings, you have to come in and do a restoration cleaning. In residential, you always have to do a restoration cleaning. As of January 1st, 2008, a new warranty came out. All residential carpet must be cleaned by an IICRC certified tech who does hot water extraction. And if it's a Shaw's carpet, which makes 80% of the carpet, they must be Green Label certified. Okay. And not doing that, and you got certain times, so many months you got to clean, you will void your warranty.
Oh, interesting. Now, they call it Green Label. Is that because it's environmentally friendly?
The chemicals we use, understand what green is. Green is truly for human health. There's a lot of green chemicals out there that don't work worth crap.
Right.
It has to actually clean. And we use green chemicals that actually clean.
Okay.
Yes.
I got that. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Now, you know, to be in business since 1985 here in the Tampa Bay area, and then to be with Angie's List and to be a recipient of a reward for them every year since 2003, I assume you have to keep up with many hours of certifications and trainings. Can you share with us some of those types of trainings that you have to go through? Yeah,
as a master cleaner, master restorer, and senior inspector, I probably spend close to 10 grand a year. And continuing, I have to stay on top of everything and understand what's going on. I have to understand the different fiber types, how they work, how things are going to go, what's coming in the industry. As you said, we do water damage, fire, and mold, and there's constant changes there as well. We've got to stay on the state level. And our standards are ANSI-approved standards, okay? So sometimes if something goes wrong, our standards are utilized in court. There's standards by which all others are judged. So being at that level does require quite a bit. So it can be intense and a lot of traveling, and I just stay on top.
Absolutely. Well, that's great. And again, not having any complaints ever in 28 years, and to be with Better Business Bureau and receive your Angie's Award since 2003. Congratulations. That's 10 years of being, you know, doing an outstanding job in the community. So kudos to you for that.
Try.
Yeah. So, why should, explain to me a little bit more, I don't understand. You say that dry cleaning methods should not be used on residential carpets.
Let me give you what we found out. It's real simple. If you're a homeowner, think about this. Nothing is clean until it is rinsed.
Okay.
If you do a wash cycle with a dishwasher or your washing machine, you have a rinse cycle.
Sure.
Dry cleaning, you know, if you were to shampoo your hair tonight and try to get the soap out with a towel, would you be clean?
No.
Well, that's an example of dry cleaning. The bonnet method, where they spray the carpet with a process of carbonated water and they go over it and they spin everything around, there's no extraction. There's no removing sand or dirt. 1 square foot of carpet can hold 8 pounds of dirt and sand. That's what wears a carpet, not the spots. Your Coca-Cola spills, they don't wear the carpet. So you have to actually extract the carpet. There are new dry cleaning methods such as end cap, but still what the end cap does, you shampoo the carpet, it dries to a crystal, but on day 2 you vacuum it up. But still it's not removed during the cleaning. But see, commercial carpet is designed, and your vacuum works better on commercial carpet. It's lower. It's a lower pile carpet, so it gets more out. With a residential carpet being thicker and more plush, you got to flush it out. So different type for cleaning for health versus cleaning for appearance.
Oh, okay. I got that.
Yes.
Well, let's stay on the health topic a little bit if we can.
Sure.
You know, carpets and allergies. You know, can we talk a little bit about it?
I would love to do that.
Okay.
There is a big urban legend out there, and carpets are actually better for allergies than hard surface floors.
Really? I'm surprised that you say that.
Here's the problem. Medical doctors specialize in human physiology, not indoor environmental science. Google the Swedish study where they banned carpets in Sweden in 1975, only to take the ban away in 1991 because they had over 6 million cases of allergies. Carpets are a filter. I've done my own study with a particular counter, and I can tell you, I can go in any home And if someone has carpet and tile, I can prove it with a particulate counter. The air over tile or wood is 10 to 1,800 times more contaminated with floating particulate matter than the air over carpet. We as humans shed 300,000 skin cells a day, approximately 40 pounds a year. You've heard a commercial, your mattress weighs twice its weight in 8 years. Well, if 2 people sleep on that mattress, it could be 4 years. We're the problem. Carpets, you can have a disco party, you can do what you want. If you've ever pulled up a carpet and pad, you've seen the amount of dirt on the floor. 80 to 90% of that dirt is dead skin. Dust mites feed on that dead skin. If you take the carpet out, regular household dust will float 4.5 feet for 8.5 hours if you only disturb it once. Did you know that over 90% of allergy patients are women and children? Guess who breathes at 4.5 feet? The fecal matter from the dust mite constantly floats at 4.5 feet. We tell people, get whatever flooring you want, but if you are a fan of tile or wood, you better be prepared to mop it constantly. You can take a black light, go into a room that has tile or wood, turn it on at night, and you'll see the dust at 4.5 feet. Go clean that room, come back a day later, it'll be there again because of thermodynamics. The clean, all the dirt will come from the clean. Thermodynamics is hot goes to cold, wet goes to dry, and dirty goes to clean. We cannot change that. So it's a filter. It's the biggest filter in your home. If you remove the air filter off your car, how long do you think your engine would last?
Very long.
You wouldn't ask me to write your prescription. Allergy doctors are not the experts on flooring emission science. They don't want to look at the third-party science sometimes. That's not their area of expertise. Like I said, I wouldn't ask my allergy doctor how to fix my fuel injection system on my car.
Right.
That's where we're running into issues. Some are finally getting on board. But like you said, leave the cleaning to the experts.
Okay, I got that. Okay. Well, with that, all that in mind,
Yeah.
is there a right way to clean an Oriental rug? Maybe.
Yeah. As a master textile cleaner, we have different fibers. I mean, Oriental rugs and Persian rugs, they're natural fibers. Wool, silk, and cotton. We wash those in a pit. Don't take them to your dry cleaners. I'm sorry, dry cleaners, but the oldest rug in the world is called the Pazrak. It's over 6,000 years old, and we found it in a pyramid. They didn't have the dry cleaner around the corner back then.
No.
You wash rugs. Now, rugs, sometimes if there's been urine or something on the rug, that rug may bleed. If it's going to bleed, you want it totally underwater so it bleeds to the top and not to the side of the fiber. You beat the rug, you get the dirt out, you submerge them. You got to be specifically trained, but you're going to pay more money. It costs more money to have the rug. Expect to pay $3 a foot and up, and expect for that rug to be at the shop for at least 10 days. You wash rugs, you clean carpet. Big difference.
Oh, there is a big difference.
Yes.
If you're just joining us, we are speaking with Ken Jordan from Accent American Cleaning and Disaster Restoration Incorporated. If you have any questions for him, you can give their office a call at 813-621-6015, and you can visit their website for some great information at accentamerican.com. My name is Terry Bork, and we're going to take a quick break and have a word from our sponsor, and we'll be right back after this message. And we are back. You are listening to Go Mind Your Business here on the All Your Business Radio down here at the Talkwad Studios. Today we're coming to you from Carrollwood. I am Terry Bork, and I am with Extreme Marketing Concepts. And businesses today usually have one of two problems. They've got a fantastic reputation and nobody knows about it, or a lousy reputation and everybody knows about it. So if your business fits into either one of these categories, give us a call. We can help with that. 813-863-1452. We are speaking again with Ken Jordan of Accent American Cleaning and Disaster Restoration Incorporated. And if you really want it clean, call 621-6015.
Yeah, that'll work.
That's an 813 area code,
Yes, it
folks.
is.
All right. So we're talking today about, getting it clean, whether it be through restoration or through the carpet itself or stuff. So let's talk about mold and sewage. Is they're both kind of nasty. Is there any one that's more dangerous than the other? Sewage,
yeah. Sewage can kill you.
Okay.
All right, I would much rather, you can prick your finger, and you've heard of Ebola. There's all kind of things I can't even pronounce. And when they say sewage is nasty, they're not kidding.
Right.
All right.
I kind of get that, yeah.
Yeah.
You never want to see that ever. So is there special standards and cleaning requirements and licenses that are required for either one of these types of things?
There's a standard called the IICRC S500 standard for water damage that encompasses sewage as well. It's a very, very thick document that started out in 1994, and I was actually on the board of directors of the SCRT, and we are actually consultants on that standard. And then we developed the mold standard, which is the IICRC S520.
Okay.
A lot of people, one thing I want to let people know something about mold real quick. Bleach does not kill mold.
It does not?
No. Would you spray water on mold?
No.
Bleach is 99% water.
Right, but I thought that, like the Clorox, I thought that was good to put on the mold. I thought it kills it. Explain that to me.
If I put Clorox on this carpet, we're going to have a white spot.
Sure.
I've just stripped the color out. Bleach is a stripper. Sodium hypochlorite just chemically burns. Just like a black light in the AC or UV light doesn't work either. Okay, it chemically burns and gives the illusion. So if you bleach out the side of the drywall, guess what it looks like on the other side of the drywall?
Oh, I'm sure it looks
Here's
really
something
bad.
else you need to know. When we're talking about, everybody's talking about killing mold. When mold becomes viable when it has cellulose and water activity. First of all, carpets cannot mold. They're plastic. Tupperware doesn't mold. The food does. So what happens is when you have enough water activity in cellulose, at some point the mold goes from a non-viable state to a viable state, and it produces colony-forming units, CFUs. No, you don't want to inhale the colony-forming units, but they pretty much stay where the water and the food is. They don't get airborne. When the mold dies, at some points it's going to lose moisture. Then it gets really dangerous where the mycotoxins come into play. But the mold has to come alive first and then start approaching death. That's when you go in a building 6 months later and they produce spores. Okay, you don't want to inhale these spores because these spores can get in your lungs where it's wet and start growing again. That's why there are protocols for remediation in negative air and certain types. Some contractors call it glorified demolition. No, there are reasons behind that. I would much rather walk through a room with colony-forming units than a room that's had mold that's been dead. One of the ways you got to kill the mold at some point. Dehumidification, drying it out, will kill it. You don't need all these sides and stuff like that. And then it's a controlled removal of it. That's why if you have a water damage, never do it yourself. Call someone who's certified in water damage who has an infrared camera and can show you the hidden moisture. You can't see it. Too many people get a roof leak. And they fix the roof, but don't address all the water that ran through the walls, to the floor, and then 6 months later, they got wall problems.
Okay, so let's talk about something real quick for a minute, if we can, because I want to stop there.
Yeah.
So, the bathroom in the house.
Right.
You use your shower, and well, at least in the house that I was at previously, maybe many years ago, over 10. No.
10, okay.
No, seriously though. You can see the green. You take a shower, it's moist above the shower. You can see green, maybe some stuff. That is mold, right? Or maybe it's black. I don't know. It's like
most of the time, what you have in a shower is mildew. Now, mold and mildew are both fungi.
Oh, okay.
Where bacteria is with the sewage, mold and mildew are fungi. What happens in a shower, you're constantly having moisture. And you always notice the mildew growing in the grout. It's porous.
But what about like on the ceiling?
If you're above the ceiling, you're not airing out the bathroom. You may not have an exhaust fan in there, and the drywall can mold.
Oh, it can mold.
Yes, it can. So if your bathroom's getting really wet, you don't open the door or have a vent, that can be an issue. You don't want that. If you got green, that's usually a Penicillium aspergillus or something along there.
Okay.
So there were some serious ventilation issues there.
I'm sure there were.
But dead skin could be a food source. Soap's made from animals. Okay. So soap. So you're constantly got moisture, and so you constantly got to clean your bathroom.
Yeah. So, oh goodness. So, okay. So we can do a lot of bad things to ourselves unknowingly.
Yeah. It's just, most people clean good, but they like to use bleach in the bathroom because it changes the color. Scrub it with detergent water.
Uh-huh.
If you got to use bleach in anything, use 10% solution, maybe with Dawn. Far better.
Oh,
Far better results. Detergent and water. We scrub studs and stuff with detergent and water. We don't use bleach.
Got it. Okay.
No, when we're doing a remediation.
It's probably healthier for you to breathe too. You don't have to breathe in all that bleach.
No.
Yikes.
No.
Okay. Well, that's really really helpful.
Yeah.
Is there another good way to clean furniture? Do you clean your furniture the same way?
Furniture like wool and silk are natural fibers. Most carpets are synthetic fibers. Now, there is a science to synthetic fibers, and some are solution dye, and some are lipophilic, hydrophilic, and I know those are all highfalutin words, but your carpet cleaner should know that. When we're dealing with a fabric, is it silk, is it satin, is it rayon, is it cotton, is it polyester, is it a blend? Okay, how do we clean it? Is it a twill weave, a plain weave, a jacquard weave? How do we clean it? If someone quotes you a price over the phone to clean furniture, they do not know what the heck they're doing. It takes longer to clean a sofa than a 5-bedroom house.
Wow.
Okay, there's a lot of science there.
Okay. All right, got that. What exactly is ozone?
Ozone is one of the inert gases that Mother Nature produces, and it is toxic to humans.
Okay.
A lot of people believe ozone, you've been sold. I won't mention names, but there's many lawsuits. Just Google lawsuits and ozone. There are many companies out there that have been sued. Some have changed their name. They're still getting sued. You may have seen a commercial a while back where a guy would hold a little puppy dog, and talk about ozone. That commercial's no longer on the air.
Right.
1 ppm, 1 part per million of ozone is toxic to humans. If I'm using ozone, I got to put up an MSDS sheet. But what works in ozone is the hydroxyl gas. We now have our hydroxyl generators. We can run hydroxyl in the building and it be safe. It's the hydroxyl that does the work.
Okay, great.
But ozone, the ozone salesman will sell you a bill of goods.
Right.
No.
Okay.
Avoid it.
Perfect. I got that. We're talking about what's safe for humans. What about our pets? I've got cats. There's dogs. You have dogs. You have cats too.
Yes. 5 cats, 3 dogs. Yes.
So, how do we keep them safe from breathing this stuff? They're way lower to the ground than we are.
Well, believe it or not, people, like I said, you can have a disco party on a carpet. If you've ever taken a rug and tried to beat the dirt out of it, you can beat it till hell freezes over. You're not getting the dirt out.
Right.
The reason the dirt sticks to carpet and rugs so good is called Van der Waals law of magnetic forces. Same reason a fly can walk on a ceiling or a lizard climb up a wall. That's why you have to use chemical action. You got to spray it with a detergent, use a lot of heat, okay, and really clean that out. Your vacuum also, clients out there, vacuum at a higher setting, not a lower. If you set your vacuum lower, you're beating the dirt right through the carpet, untwisting the fibers. Here's a little trick. Put a quarter in front of your vacuum, turn the vacuum on, and start adjusting the height to where the quarter vibrates. Oh. Visualize the fibers shaking rapidly and the sand flying off and the airflow gets more dirt out.
Oh, very interesting. Cool. Odors in a carpet, I'm sure you've smelled a lot. What's been the funkiest thing that you've ever had to deal with?
Oh, cat urine.
Oh, well, there's nothing that smells
I can
nasty.
We can get it out. Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, we have the science to get it out.
Wow, because I didn't think that came out of anything, and it's just so nasty.
Well, put it this way, cats like to go within 9 inches of the wall or a sofa something near a wall. The sofa may act as a wall. We have to flood the carpet because urine goes as an acid, and in 14 days can become an ammonia salt. That's why if you have a dog or cat that's had an accident, the spots keep coming back. It works like baking soda in your refrigerator. You put baking soda in the refrigerator to absorb moisture so you don't smell an odor. Well, basically, all your urine spots dries to a salt like baking soda and attracts moisture.
Okay.
So people who open the windows to let the smell out make it worse because we live in a tropical environment.
Right.
So to get rid of the odor, I have to flood it with an acid and break the pH down. I have a special tool that sucks all the urine out of the carpet and pad without pulling the carpet and pad. Use an enzyme at 140 degrees, put it in there, and the odor's gone.
Oh, okay. Got it. Let's talk about duct cleaning for a second. There's so many commercials that tell you, you have to clean your ductwork. Is that really effective?
Yes, it is. Okay. You need a duct. First of all, duct cleaning is not going to clean 100%. You cannot be that aggressive. You'll tear up the ducts. You need some light brushes, and you need to be concerned about what's airborne and goes to the end. Duct cleaning before tile and wood took over, you could clean a carpeted house every 10, 15 years.
Right.
Now that people have tile and wood and they don't run a filter, they need at least a MERV rating of 8 or 9. AC people are trying to tell people to run the cheap filters because of the airflow. You do not need airflow that much. You do need some restriction. If it goes through the filter and gets in the ducts, you'll be cleaning your ducts every couple of years, and it's expensive.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
When you smell a burning smell when you turn the heater on, that's all your dead skin.
Oh, thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
All right, Ken. Yeah, we're speaking with Ken Jordan with Accent American Cleaning and Disaster Restoration. If you have questions for him, you can reach him at 813-621-6015. Let's talk about water damage inspections. How do you conduct a proper one if somebody's in that situation?
Or if you have a water damage, please call someone. If you don't know if they have the proper credentials, go to certifiedcleaners.org and make sure the company's certified in water damage and applied structural drying.
Okay, and I want to just say that again. Certified?
They're certified in water damage and applied structural drying.
Okay.
Or call 1-800-835-4624, toll-free number.
Okay.
And ask.
Okay. And that website again?
Certifiedcleaners.org.
Okay, certifiedcleaners.org.
Right.
I just want to make sure we have that.
I'll give you an example. A lot of people deal with primary. They see water on carpet and pad. Carpet and pad is the easiest thing to dry. We have to classify, is it clean water, is it gray water, is it black water? Then we go through and we use an infrared camera to see if water's wicked up the drywall. If it's clean water, we can dry those walls and all that out. The problem is if you let it go too far, every homeowner's policy says you must preserve and protect your property. I have seen people's claims denied in the future, or there's a $10,000 cap on the mold because they didn't take, prudent measures to stop and protect their property. Don't try to do it yourself. The typical thermal imaging inspection will cost you about $250. The cameras run $9,000 to $15,000. But you get a report. You cannot see it with a naked eye. You put your hand on the wall, you can't tell if nothing's wet because you're 72% water. And you can't take a moisture meter because water will follow the least path. I've seen it skip 3 bedrooms and show up in another room and wick up 4 feet. Don't diagnose it yourself.
Okay.
Just don't do it.
Okay, great. What's the difference between a remediator and an assessor, and what are their licensing requirements?
That's a good question. Recently, Florida, as of July 10th, 2010, the state required mandatory licensing. Some of us got grandfathered like myself. You cannot be an assessor and a remediator on the same job.
Okay.
You must possess the license. If you possess the license of remediator like I do, and I would have to have a third-party assessor. For example, if you had a mold job in your home, all right, if I saw there was mold everywhere, I wouldn't need an assessor to tell me there's mold. But I would need an assessor to come in and document with forensic testing that I have gotten rid of the mold to what's called a level 1 condition per standard. Then and only then can you rebuild the building back. If you don't have that, you don't know if you've gotten rid of it.
Okay, great. So when you come in as the disaster, the person fixing the disaster,
right?
What is there standard procedures on what typically a homeowner can expect if they have a claim?
Yeah, what we usually do, we don't try to interpret policies, but you need to look at your coverage A. And if you got a HO policy, which is, you got 100% replacement cost coverage, I don't think there are any ACV, actual cash values anymore.
I don't think so.
But pretty much your A covers your building, your B covers your contents, and your C basically covers your out-of-pocket expenses, and you will have a deductible. And a lot of times with the water damage, you may have a company come in and do the drying, and then a separate company may come in and do the rebuild back, and normally the deductible goes on one side. We happen to do both. But depending on what you got, your guy should walk you through it, work with your adjuster, and basically be there to answer any questions you have. And there should be no such thing as a dumb question.
Okay, great.
Right.
Well, I know, because it can be confusing when you have a claim,
Yeah.
Normal people are kind of thrown off a little bit.
They don't understand
when disasters happen.
Their life's out of array.
Sure, I got that. Okay. Let's go back to carpets for a minute if we could. You were talking before on how often things should be cleaned. So on a regular carpet in a standard house, how often?
Well, you need to, first of all, the new warranty requires most carpets every 12 to 18 months minimum.
Really?
You can clean more often. Let's take, for example, a house with kids and pets. And let's take the family room where you live. If you live in that room, you eat dinner in that room sometimes. You really live in your home. That's heavy use. You should clean it every 3 months.
Okay.
Now, medium use areas, maybe where your office is or your kids' rooms, depending on your age, every 6 months. The dining room where you have Christmas dinner once a year, where the pets like to go pee too. They like to pee where nobody lives. All right? You should clean that at least once a year. Some carpets require you should have a protector put back on, but there's solution dyed carpets that you don't need that. And your technician should be honest with you and tell you that, because it'd be a total waste of money to put it on. And it's a hot water extraction. So break your home up heavy, medium, and light use.
Okay, got that. Now, when you come in to do a carpet cleaning, you know, we've all heard all the different stories. You know, are you bringing the water with you? Are you taking the water out of my hose? You know, how's the water get into the carpet?
Well, for me personally, my trucks are extremely powerful. Some truck mounts can't work over 100 feet. Mine can go over 1,000. I bring my own water, and I have ionizers that ionize my water and soften it. So in case I run out of water and have to use yours, I have softening systems built in. Okay, but the reason I have such expensive equipment is because I do water damage. You know, there's some franchises out there that really wet carpets. I'm not mentioning any names, but that doesn't mean that it's the carpet cleaning process. It's just they drug their hose too far. They're putting too much water down. And your water that goes down has to match the airflow of your blower's capacity to pull it up.
Okay, I got that. Okay, now then you're sucking it up. Now, does the water go down a sink or a drain? Does it go back out into your truck?
It goes into the truck.
Okay.
And in the state of Florida, you're not allowed to dump the water directly in the street where it can go in a storm drain. You can be fined. They're not worried about the water. They're worried about the lint and the fibers. For example, I use a triple filtration system. And I hook up a hose and run it back to your yard. And by the way, that soap is good. You will know where you dump the water because your grass will be greener and higher in about 3 days.
Okay, got it.
Yes.
Okay, great. Now, carpets. Let's talk about. I'm sorry. Let's talk about tile for a minute. Okay, let's clean our tiles. Is it about the same amount of time as a carpet? No, you said more. We should do it more often.
Well, most people you can clean your tile yourself. Hard floor. People love hard floors because they can do it themselves. The problem is they don't realize how often they got to do it. You see how dirty tile gets.
Sure.
You don't see how dirty. I can hide, like I said, a pound of dirt in carpet and just rub my fingers and it disappears.
Right.
So you're doing maintenance all the time. So tile and wood are great for people who love to clean.
Okay.
Carpets are good for lazy people.
You know, how about like the grout lines? You
That's
know, is there
the problem.
something really good that we can put down on our grout?
Not really. Think about it. Your grout is a ditch.
Yeah, it is.
When you're cleaning the floor and everything accumulates in the ditch. How you get it out of the ditch? You can't. You got to use an extraction or suction or high pressure.
Okay.
So even if you treat your grout with a sealer, it still gets dirty. If you run across a Scotch guarded carpet and leave dirty footprints, they don't walk off. You still have to go clean the footprints up.
Okay. I got that. Okay. What's the difference between a spot and a stain?
A blind man can find a spot.
Okay.
Close your eyes. You can feel syrup. You can feel Coca-Cola. You can feel sugar. Now, you may have a stain under that spot. Bleach spot feels no different. Kool-Aid feels no different. So a blind man can find a spot. So most people say, I've got stains in my carpet. If they're sticky or dark or brown, those are spots. They come up.
Got it.
No matter how much you clean bleach, it's not coming up. Some stains can be removed, and you will pay more for a Kool-Aid stain. Now, some carpets, if you have solution dyed like olefin or PET polyester, they'll come out.
Got it.
But certain nylons, they'll stain.
Oh, okay.
So you got to understand the science of removing those.
Okay. But it is possible to get the Kool-Aid or the red wine or, you know, Hawaiian punch out of the carpet.
If you got a really trashed carpet, you want a certified master cleaner.
Okay.
And, you know, someone that has that experience, or, you know, lots of issues, maybe urine or peeing, you want a certified master cleaner.
Okay, great. Dust mites, you said that there's a really big problem down here with dust mites.
Yes.
Is it just Florida or is it everywhere?
If the humidity is above 40%, you have dust mites.
Okay.
In states that have low humidity do not have dust mites. When you look at the period of the end of a sentence, 16 dust mites can fit on that period. Their fecal matter is so small you cannot see it with the naked eye. That's why if you have tile or wood, it floats at 4.5 feet indefinitely. Remember I told you regular dust will settle after 8.5 hours? If I walk one time and stir it up, it flows another 8.5 hours if I only walk once.
Right.
That's the dust we can see with the naked eye.
Sure.
You've ever seen the sunlight come through? Okay?
Yes.
Okay, you can't see the fecal matter from the dust mite.
Okay. No, but when you have your animals running through your house,
You got
there
ants
is
even
no
worse.
There is no settling. They're doing their thing.
When you see the little cobweb in the corner of your room, that's dead skin.
Oh.
That's not a spider web. That's dead skin.
Oh. Okay. It's such a happy interview.
It is what it
I'm
is.
only kidding. It's great.
Yeah.
I'm only kidding around.
Yeah.
Dead skin. Ooh, kind of gross. Okay, so we think our homes are clean, everybody.
That's why I say your home's 5 times dirtier
Yeah.
than the air outside.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, because it can't go anywhere. It stays inside.
Another thing you might want to, people who like to open the windows, not if the humidity is above 60%.
Okay.
If you like opening your windows, buy a thermal hygrometer at Radio Shack. And I don't care how cold it is, if it's cool, if the humidity is above 60%, don't do it.
Okay, great. Got that. Let's go back to disaster for a
Sure.
few minutes if we could. What are some common things that a consumer should ask after there's a fire or there's water damage or there's mold damage of the company that's coming in? You know, there's standard questions that the homeowner should ask.
Well, some of the questions are, what are your credentials? Okay, check out their reputation. The company that's going to build the building back should be a licensed builder or a licensed general contractor, which we are. If you got a roof, you should have a certified roofer. Do permits need to be pulled? Okay, you need to know that. Don't give all your money up front. Now, sometimes insurance company, if people don't have it, and sometimes they will pay the contractor because their name's on the check. In that case, the contractor would be an idiot to run with your money because he's going to lose the insurance work in the future. But for most parts, you may have to do a third, and a third.
Okay.
If it's not insurance, give the contractor 1/3 down.
Right.
Give the contractor 1/3 when he's halfway done. The final third is not done until there's a satisfaction completion sign. Any changes you want to make, if it's an insurance job and they're giving you carpet and you want tile, and they say, okay, we'll give you tile, get it in writing on a change order.
Okay, great.
All right? Document everything
Okay.
and photograph everything.
Okay.
I'd recommend you go through your house with a camera and photograph now.
Right. Well, you want to have something, your proof
Yes.
first.
Absolutely, especially on contents.
Okay, well, and that's true on anything. Whether you know, he can go on vacation and come back and have a theft. So
If you got
know.
high-end stuff, high-end rugs, get a separate appraisal.
Got it.
Don't tell someone you got a $20,000 Trapeze silk rug and you can't prove it. Okay.
Exactly.
You need to, have that documentation.
I'm sure the insurance company is going to want you to prove it.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely. You won't get 20 grand for that rug.
No.
No.
No. Let's say that you do have some sort of a water loss in your home. How long does it take for mold to start to grow?
You know what's ironic? The standard, you got a 72-hour standard, but actually that's for carpet and delamination. We can dry carpet. We're actually, Hydrolab is doing a study with drywall with Rachel Adams, and we were thinking 3 to 4 days. We're finding out in some cases they put wet drywall they create a sphere at 90% humidity. It's taking 21 to 25 days before they see any mold.
Okay.
So it kind of depends on the conditions and the dust load and the cleanliness of the home. I've seen mold come in 4 or 5 days. But for a rule of thumb, if you're building the drywall, what molds is what cellulose. You need to get with that realistically within 5 days.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, how bad should it be before you call? What's you see a little bit of roof damage. Maybe it's raining.
Let's go
and
back
you're
to what
hanging
I
out
said about
watching
any
TV.
water.
Any
Every water damage. I don't
Okay.
care. If you see a leak in the roof, I can go through with an infrared camera and maybe find 10 leaks you haven't seen yet.
That's kind of scary.
Right, because and then it shows blue, it shows color changes, and then we measure with a meter. All right, but we need to find that now, and we can dry that. I just dried a ceiling last week. Okay, I just dried one yesterday from a leak, but I found the actual leaks. It was an insurance job. We can find leaks from shower pans.
Okay.
So we can find a lot of stuff, and not only that, we can help document it in case the insurance company doesn't want to pay it. We can
Right.
prove with the camera that it is what it is.
Okay, great. Now, Ken, I know that you like to service Tampa Bay.
Yes.
So give us how far north are we going?
We'll go Tampa, Pinellas, Pasco. We'll go Plant City.
Plant City.
We'll go to parts of Lakeland.
Uh-huh.
Depending on the water loss. But for the carpet cleaning, we kind of want to keep that kind of close.
Okay, so carpet cleaning more staying in Tampa.
Tampa,
But
Pinellas, Pasco. yeah.
Right, but restoration,
Yeah.
we're sending out a crew and it's okay. And,
Yes.
that could take a couple days. I mean, that might not be a quick in and out. That could be a couple
Yeah,
days.
what a lot of people don't realize is I can give you an example. I can dry any carpet and pad in 13 hours. I don't care how wet it is.
Uh-huh.
But a lot of people think, oh, it's dry. No, it's not. The walls may be, the water's 3 feet high. After day 2, it might be 1 foot high.
Okay,
And then slowly decrease the equipment.
right.
Another thing, if a company comes in and they put X amount of equipment, it should be decreasing slowly. You shouldn't have 100% equipment and then 10 days of drying and then 100% equipment.
Okay.
That company does not know what they're doing.
Got it. Okay. And then if it's an emergency, are you coming out at night if there's an emergency?
Yeah, it's funny because sometimes I go out 2, 3 in the morning and the neighbors call the police. They think we're cleaning carpets, and the police come over and they're like, "You got to turn off the truck." I said, "I'm not cleaning. The house is flooded." Realistically, you got a 72-hour window on carpet. If your house floods, I know you're hysterical and panical. If you want to do it the next morning, it's not going to make that much difference.
Okay. Yeah, that's always was a question of mine. It's like, do you have to come right now?
Over the years we've
you
learned.
Might want to come fix the pipe that broke, right?
Yeah, you won't shut the water off. Fix the leak.
Yeah, I got it.
And do that, but
okay, great.
We will, but it's not that imperative.
Sure, I got that. When you're cleaning, if just want to jump back now to carpet, when you're cleaning the carpet, how long does it typically take after just a normal cleaning for it to be okay for you to walk on?
Well, you can walk on the carpet. First of all, our carpet's dry in a couple hours. If I'm dealing with solution dyed olefin, it dries very quickly. If I'm dealing with a 6th generation nylon, it takes longer to dry. If I'm dealing with a PET or PTT polyester, it can dry in a couple hours.
Okay, great.
So, in other words, some fibers sink in water, some fibers float in water. So the fibers that float in water dry quicker.
Got it.
So it depends on the fiber.
Okay.
But if the carpet, we can do a rotary extraction with a machine that's not a brush and have it dry in 45 minutes.
Okay, I got that. Great. We've been talking with Ken Jordan with Accent American. If you have any questions for him, you can reach him at 813-621-6015. Ken, is there anything that we haven't talked about? We've talked about so much dead skin and cleanup and restoration type things that we haven't covered that maybe we should?
I think we covered. Let me give a little tip on urine damage.
Yes, please.
For the homeowners. If you buy in a spot cleaning, if you buy an over-counter product, you need to rinse it. Most of them will sell you some product, you spray it, and you rub it, and you walk away. That's shampooing your hair and trying to get the soap out with a towel. If you want to use that, break out a shop vac, pour water, and rinse it. Or if you have that bottle at home, pour the contents out. Put 2 ounces of non-sudsing ammonia with 8 ounces of water. That is your spot cleaner for everything other than urine, feces, or vomit. If you have a doggy that's going to the bathroom, blot it. Put baking soda on it. Leave it for 48 hours. After 48 hours, vacuum it up. If you have a canister vac, dump it, or buy a shop vac. Don't use a bag because you'll have to throw the bag away every time. Then after 48 hours, after you vacuum it up, add vinegar to it. You'll leave a little bit of baking soda behind. The vinegar will mix and start foaming out. But when you add baking soda to urine, you neutralize the acid with the pH, the alkaline pH. You prevent it from getting to the pad, and you prevent the stain. It's on my website. We're revamping our website, so there's a lot of new information that's going to go out there. But spot cleaning, when you use the ammonia and water, the ammonia will evaporate. The reason people have reoccurring spots when they clean their carpet is improper spot cleaning. Also, if you get waves after your carpets are professionally cleaned or wrinkles, that's because it was installed with a knee kicker, not a power stretcher. Anyone who installs your carpet with a knee kicker just voided your warranty. It's not the carpet cleaner's fault. He just aggravated a pre-existing condition.
Okay.
All carpets, but that's why I'm a non-practicing inspector. But the mills and stuff are not enforcing residential warranties in terms of installation.
Okay. Well, I totally get that. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for sharing that. Okay, and I know you're happy to clean any carpet. You're happy to go residential, commercial. Happy to head out on any disaster type recovery need that could be out there for anybody in the area. Outside for disaster. We're going beyond the Tampa Bay area.
Right.
Great. Okay. Again, we've been speaking with Ken Jordan of Accent American Cleaning and Disaster Disaster Restoration Incorporated. You can visit their website at www.accentamerican.com, or you can give them a call at 813-621-6015. There we go. All right. My name is Terry Bork with Extreme Marketing Concepts, putting your business in front of the hungry herd of buyers who are looking for you right now. I want to thank you all for being our guest today on Go Mind Your Business. I hope that you all have a great week, and we will see you next time down here at the Talkwad Studios. Until then, I remind you to go mind your business. Have a great day.
The west central coast of Florida has an amazing music scene. Festivals, clubs, special performances, and there's always a lot of live music. The problem has always been getting the word out about events. Then GoTonight.com emerged on the scene. The brainstorm creation of founder Don McKeon, a Sarasota entrepreneur. We caught up with Don and his inspirational friend, Frank Papa, at the Flying Dog Cafe.
This is Frank. I'm Don. Frank is the reason that there is a GoTonight.com. He would call me repeatedly.
Where are we going? Where do you want to go? Where will we go tonight?
The website has been a boon to many small clubs. So next time you find yourself asking, where will we go tonight? You've got the answer.
Thank you for listening to Go Mind Your Business with Terry Bork, presented by Extreme Marketing Concepts. If you want to drive more traffic, dominate the market, and crush your competition, find out how by visiting our website, www.extrememarketingconcepts.com. And join Terry next time for another episode of Go Mind Your Business.